Hi friends, jumping on because I am finally, what, like 2 months late? 1 month, 2 month late to doing my post coach summer sale slash extra bonus Woot Gate sale haul. Okay, sorry, that was really lengthy, but basically there's the giant coach summer sale, right? I picked up a few items and I was going to do a haul, but then there was that crazy like Woot Gate incident, which is, if you don't know the website, on Woot, which is operated by Amazon, they released a bunch of bags randomly on sale that were like 70% off. So I kept delaying this video because I kept adding more and more amazing deals to this like coach sale haul. And I was like, okay, I finally have everything and I've sold off the ones I didn't want to keep or given them away. And I was like, I got to do this video before fall comes around, which is basically next week. That's when they're launching all the new fall bags. So this is a very much delayed like summer coach haul that I did. So without further ado, let's jump into it, starting with maybe we can go from like largest to smallest because I feel like people are most interested in the large bags. So first things first, giant Juliet bag. I will go through and talk about the Woot bags first because that was like the biggest discount. They were like 70% off, and we called it Woot Gate because it dropped in the middle of the night, sold out within minutes, and these were like really popular bags too. It wasn't just like, bags that were not popular. But anyways, that's the context. So first bags first. This is the giant Juliet 38 bag. I'm not going to take this one out because actually the one that was on Woot was a white one. I was able to kind of like trade it for a black one, and I'm keeping this for one of my best friends because she was actually looking for a bag just like this to be her new work bag. And at first she wanted the Brooklyn, but I convinced her that the Juliet is a much better deal because it's just better structured. It has a zipper. Look how big she is. Like, perfect work bag. It will give you the same slouch as the Brooklyn, but again, it comes with so many more features, including the detachable shoulder strap so you can add on other straps or make it longer, and a zipper top to keep your things in place. So if you're looking for a work bag, I highly recommend the Juliet over the Brooklyn bag. That's bag number one from Woot. Let's go to another Woot bag from the second largest. It would have to be this chain tabby, and I believe this is in the size 30, which is one size up from the regular chain tabby. So I believe the regular chain tabby is like a 25, and this one's the size 30. I might be selling this one because I think it's just too big for me. I have a regular size chain tabby, and I think that fits my frame a lot better. Look how well wrapped up these bags are from Woot, by the way. Like, this is, don't be scared about buying Coach bags from Amazon as long as it's from the official Coach store, because they are like factory wrapped better sometimes than even the ones I get from the retail stores. Because for those bags, sometimes they put them out on the floor, and so it has none of that packaging. I'm like scared to even open this, but I want to show you guys what it looks like. But do you see how this is like essentially mummified? This is hilarious. Okay. Here we go. So at least you can see how big it is. I think for some people they could rock a bag this big, but for me that's just really not necessary. So most likely I will be selling this bag. If you are interested and you missed out on the Woot price, let me know. I'll let it go for around that same price plus a little more just to cover fees. So this is the second one I picked up. Amazing quality. Just absolutely too massive for me because I have the regular size chain tabby. And then the second one I picked up is one that I'm planning to use for myself, but I haven't decided if this is like the final color I want to keep because I already have well, let me open it up for you. And again, very well wrapped up, but you can see it here. This is the Juliet size 25 in their canvas. So I don't believe it's real leather. It's just canvas, which is like a synthetic type of material. I have like synthetic coating to make it very, very durable, kind of like the same type of canvas that LV uses for their bags. So that's why they're meant to be like weatherproof, and like they're meant to be very hardy wearing because you can just throw them around like nothing. So I'm conflicted because I already have a Juliet 25 in the color like yellow butter, and this is another like white color Juliet with the white monogram on it, and so it looks very similar. At the same time, I love the fact that this is canvas because I feel like with the other coach bags, right? Like glove tan leather, full grain leather, that leather can be very sensitive and a little bit harder to throw around, right? Like with canvas, you essentially don't have to treat it as if it's a real leather bag because it won't really scratch. Like you can really scratch at it and still get away with it because it's coated with a synthetic cover. And so I was thinking like this might be the only way that I could carry a white bag and be super carefree about it because it's canvas. And like usually canvas is made with like darker materials, you know. I don't really see a lot of light colored canvas, so this is unique in that sense. But I'm just like, I don't know, I already have a Juliet that's in a whitish color in the same size. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think I should keep it because it's like much more durable and I can just wear it however, throw it around? Or do you think I should like try to exchange it for another color? Especially one of the new fall colors maybe that might be coming out. Who knows? This is still pending. That's why she's still wrapped up. I'm not selling this one yet because I haven't decided what to do with her. That's the third Woot bag. Fourth Woot bag has to be the Curve Zip, aka the reissue of the Ergo 9020. This one for sure I'm keeping, and I also exchanged it for a color I really liked. I believe the one on Woot was like a maple color, but I was able to trade it for hunter green. Hunter green is the color of this reissued Ergo. So this one I can fully unwrap because I know this one's going to be a keeper, and the reason why I wanted one of these is because I am a collector of the vintage ones, which I have a bunch up there, and I literally went back and forth on deciding whether I needed to grab a new one or not, you know, because I have the vintage ones, but since this went on sale for 70% on Woot, it was less than 100, and I was like, okay, deal. And then that way I can do research for us and really use this to its fullest capacity and see how it wears down over time, especially in comparison to the vintage ones. So, and of course, you know, I'm a green queen. I had to pick up the green one, so this is in hunter green, and I will definitely be keeping this for myself to use and just really experiment with to see how it holds up to the vintage leather. So stay tuned for that video to see how it compares. I'll make that one further down the line.